Welcome to part 2 of Onikakushi Hen. Quickly, before we begin, I just want to say thank you for watching the first episode. I don't know what I'm doing. Some of it's kind of all coming back to me about what I watched of Higurashi back in the day, but honestly not much. Just kind of my feelings on certain characters. But we'll see how that progresses over time. I'm sure a lot is going to change. I will say, someone did tell me that the difficulty level that they assign to each part is based on the level of memorization. So I will be taking notes this time. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. And to top it off, that pesky mom of mine pushing a return journey errand on me just as I'm trying to leave the house. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Ooh! Oh! That was kind of weird. Is that normal? That freaked me out a bit. Nothing even scary's happened yet. Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Yeah, and it scared me.
ケイちゃん遅いぞ。
悪い悪い。責めるのは夕べの面白かった特番に行ってくれ。
ほう。女の子との待ち合わせに遅刻して言い訳がそれってわけ？
みーちゃんだって今来たばかりなんだよ。
That laugh.
夕べの密着24時間面白かったし、ねえ。
She was just as guilty as me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right, Rena really did make a picnic.
ケイちゃん、あの後レナ、大張り切りだったらしいよ。
別に俺がけしかけたわけじゃないだろう。
そんな大変じゃなかったから気にしないでよ。ね。
夕べから今朝まであのテンションらしいよ。責任取れんの？
わかった。俺も男だ。責任は取る。
責任ってなんだろう。
I just got back and we're already flirting with Rena. I love it. As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here.
2キロくらいかな。
That's so much.
レナね、荷物持つとき、よっこらしょって言ってた。
Wait, hold on. How much is that in pounds? I'm an American. It's like almost 4.5 pounds. Oh my god.
5キロ。
それはオーバー。ケイチくん男の子だから、きっといっぱい食べるだろうと思って、たくさんね。もう行こう。よっこら、よっこ。
Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only thing in there were lunchboxes.
訂正。俺も5キロ。
5キロ. That's crazy.
手伝いはするけど、全部食べるんだからね。レナを悲しませたら許さないよ。
Oh. Little protective over Rena? I see. I am wondering, what are the kinds of things I should be paying attention to the most and writing notes about? I'm not even sure if there's much to write notes about yet. I mean, I did start for Onikakushi Hen. That's what I have so far. Which is to say I have nothing. Do I write? I mean, I don't know how you would tell me what to write notes on without spoilers. I guess just anything that sticks out. Any sort of relation between the characters, maybe? We'll see. The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies, after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet, but not for long. I'm assuming, especially with that intro. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around.
あ、こんにちは。
こんにちは。あら、そちらは。確か、前原くんだったかしら？
My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerby even knew my name.
なんで俺ってこんなに有名人なんだ？
We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid.
悲しいかな。
Kanashii kana?
Hinamizawaは人が少ないからね。みんな顔見知りなんだよね。
I mean, it's a small town, it's to be expected.
つまりなんだ？知らない顔が歩いてれば、それは自動的に新しく引っ越してきた前原さんってことになるわけか。
Everyone knows everyone.
うん。そういうことになるね。
Should I write that down? I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe I'm overthinking the whole notes thing. It was a process of elimination you could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. Right. That's not the end of this nightmare.
もちろんわかるよ。最初に会ったのが牧野林店の竹蔵おじさん。趣味は盆栽と尺八なんだよ。
Surely I don't have to remember Takezo.
次が乾物屋の次男の大輔くん。趣味は狙撃で、将来の夢は超永久スナイパーだとか。
Sharp shooting? You can't even get guns in Japan, right?
それで今の人は入江診療所の看護師の美代さん。趣味は野鳥の観察と撮影だって。
すれ違った全員の名前までわかるのかよ。プロフィールまで。
Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter.
はあね。ここいらは都会みたいにご近所付き合いが希薄じゃないからね。
試しに聞いてみよう。今ここにいる俺は誰だ？
前原圭一くん。意地悪なこと言うけど、本当は優しいテレ屋さん。
I don't know if Keiichi is shy. Personally, I wouldn't say that.
転校してきてようやく3週間。趣味は昼寝。最近トランクス派に転校したよね。
What the?
もういいもういい。
How does she know that? Is that true?
トランクス。
それもいい。
Apparently there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Right. So, assuming anything that goes wrong here, everyone will either know about or be in on it. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with.
これじゃあさ、俺のための案内ってより、俺のお披露目みたいだな。
そうだね。うちらさ、これだけ賑やかに練り歩いてたからね。みんな思うんじゃない？ケイちゃんもひなみ沢に馴染んでくれたんだって。
ひなみ沢は過疎だから、村中みんなが新しい仲間を歓迎してくれてるの。
I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. No, I mean, it makes sense. People will grow up and they'll need to move out of their small town for like work or college or just life. I mean, how many people can you think of in your own life who have lived and died in the same place? I bet it's not a lot. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to, again, the same way.
あら、こんにちは。仲良しそうでいいわね。
藤島さんちのおばさんだよ。こんにちは。
あら、前原くん、両手に花でいいわね。
どう？生活はもう慣れた？
Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
グッド。
As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink.
でね、そろそろお昼にしないかな。
Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other.
俺も男だ。努力はする。だが量が多すぎる。
よしケイちゃん、ここはおじさんに任せなさい。
Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative.
レナ、どうせ食べるならさ、見晴らしのいいところで食べない？
それいい。賛成。
Sensei! Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Ooh, I can't wait to see where we're gonna eat. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling.
ここはね、古出神社っていうの。多分見晴らしが一番いいところかな。
ここの場所、よく覚えといてね。
Is Mion telling me to write it down? I'm
もう
just
すぐ
kidding.
ここでお祭りがあるんだから。
I'll remember it.
へえ、祭りにしちゃちょっと早いシーズンだよな。
綿流しは夏祭りじゃなくてね、昔は冬の終わりを喜ぶお祭りだったらしいよ。
Okay, I know that chapter 2 of the questions arcs is called Watanagashi, so makes me a little nervous. It used to be a celebration of the end of winter. I'm gonna write that down, actually. So, 1 second. Right, so it used to be a celebration for the end of winter, but I'm assuming now it happens in the summer? I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Or maybe it doesn't. Now I'm embarrassed, Keiichi. Thanks.
弁当を広げてと。
Isn't this the menu background? Oh, nice. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion. It'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know.
こんにちはです。
Reinforcements. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was her secret plan. The power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty.
騒がしいから来てみれば、これは何ですの？
見りゃわかるだろ。これからランチタイムだ。ビュッフェスタイルだ。レナの手作り弁当に舌鼓だ。
そんなの見ればわかるでございますわ。どうして人様の庭でご座なんか広げてますの？
Our property?
神社は公共の場所だぞ。勝手に独占するな。
Yeah, wait. And it's Rika's family shrine, isn't it?
圭一の言う通りですよ。みんなのお庭にしますです。
やっぱりリカちゃんはいい子だな。座りな、そこ。一緒に食べよう。
Rika just seems to be okay with everything. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Sadako.
ちょっとお待ちなさいな。私はどこに座ればいいんですの？
Why does she speak with Watakushi? Isn't that, like, very formal? And it kind of seems out of place for Satoko. Just something I've noticed.
お前に座る場所はないし、食べる分もない。
大丈夫だよ。さとこちゃんの分もちゃんとあるから。
ない。さとこの分も俺がいただく。
そん んなことは許せませんの。リカ。はい、お箸です。
Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other.
いやはや、ケイちゃん乗せるのうまいわ、ほんと。才能あるのかもしれない。
はい、お皿。みーちゃんも、リカちゃんも。
Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates.
僕たちも頑張らないとなくなってしまうです。
そうだね。参戦と行くかな。
いっぱい食べてね。ちゃんとみんなの分あるから。
Rena said as she opened up a thermos. Just then, I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh. What is happening to Keiichi? We're getting launched. Oh, look at all their faces. This is such a cute CG.
いや、肘は反則だろう、サトコ。
襟首をつかむのも反則でございます。
It was a tough battle. Blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves, Satoko appeared to have the upper hand. But the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
ああ、最後のミートボール。
校長サトコ、破れたり。
Am I the bad guy? Sato and Sato. See, I'm like flustered. Is Keiichi the bad guy? Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. Oh, buddy. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh.
日本語ってやつはさ、どうしてこう味に対する賛辞が少ないんだろうな。
食事中の団らんって考えがそもそも近代に入ってからだからじゃない？
昔の人は無言で食事を済ませたそうだし、作る人もちょっぴり寂しかったろうね。きっと昔の人は食べるのに忙しくて味を褒める暇もなかったのですわ。
That's just you.
でもね、美味しいの一言だけでも嬉しいよ。
Why does Keiichi have such beef with like this 5-year-old? Or she's probably like, I don't know, like 9 or however old Sadako is, but... And I mean, I guess, you know, she does leave these lethal traps, but... Isn't it the responsibility of the teacher to scold her and make her stop?
苦労の甲斐があったかなって。
She blushed a little as she said that.
美味しいです。
With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence.
Huh?
After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof.
リカちゃん、お持ち帰りじゃなくて、ありがとう。本当に美味しかったですよ。
Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. God.
リカちゃんには褒めてもらったお礼に、じゃーん、これをサービスね。
2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way.
なんだよ、サトコ。その挑戦的な目は。
皆さんにはレナさんのリンゴを獲得できるだけの賛辞が用意できまして。
強気じゃんよ。ボキャ品のあんたにどんな賛辞が思いつくっての？
ではご覧あそばせ。
After Sadako flashed Mion and me with a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
あのね、レナお姉ちゃんのお弁当、サトコも美味しかったよ。
Sadako looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. What? How was that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Rena limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena. Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glomped Sadako and began rubbing her cheek against her. Oh my god. The word glomp in the year of our Lord, 2026. Truly incredible.
かいかい。サトコちゃんもかいよ。お持ち帰り。はう。
What is wrong with her? She's insane. Swish. Stab. Push. Sadako was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It only took 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick.
悔しければレナさんにご褒美がもらえるような賛辞をお考えあそばせ。
Damn it. That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise.
サトコ、それで勝てたつもりとはね。あんたらの底の浅い技とはわけが違うものを見せてあげようじゃない。
それは頼もしいぜ、ミオン。それはどんな技なんだ？
やるのはケイちゃん。
はぁ？
What? Yeah.
見せてもらおうではございませんか。豊島のあがきを。
The plan of attack she suggested was wicked. But it was the only thing we had to beat Sadako. After sipping my tea, I started talking, very naturally and calmly. Perfectly.
本当に美味しいよな。これってさ、全部手作りなのかい？
実はね、これほとんど冷凍物なの。
じゃあ、レナの手作りのってどれだい？
恥ずかしいな。教えなきゃダメ？どうしても？
From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria.
わかるよ。これでしょ。
Rena turned an even deeper shade of red, the words, I can't believe it, practically written on her face.
なんでわかるかな？レナの手作り。
Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher.
レナの匂いがしたから。
This is so funny. Silence enveloped the area. Rena, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Sadako also blushed. Of course, I did too.
レナの手作りのリンゴのウサギさんが食べたいな、なんて。
Even if this was all because I was competing against Sadako, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then, at that moment... Whoosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
食べてね、ケイチ君。いっぱいあるんだよ。
Huh? Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over.
はい、して、ケイチ君。
She's so cute and so terrifying. She's going to kill Keiichi with apple rabbits. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. Can I hear that again? Wait, where is it? Oh, wait, maybe if I...
ケイちゃん、殉職見事なり。どうよ、さとこ。うちらの完全勝利だね。
こんな手信じられないですの。悔しくないもん。
Sadako ground her teeth, mortified. We did it. I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized
リ
something.
カちゃん、食べないの？塩水強すぎたかな？かな？
Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cup hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
うさぎさんがかわいそうです。
Oh my god, Rika's coming in to be the usurper of Keiichi's throne.
助けてあげてほしいです。
That was the sound of blood spurting from Rena's nose.
かいよ。今夜こそ絶対本持ち帰り。
She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered them up with a foop foop foop, and fixed them back up on a plate.
これでみんな寂しくないよね。これリカちゃんにあげるね。
Rika-chan raised up Sadako's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbit shoved to her. She whispered,
僕たちが勝ちましたです。
Oh, what? She took back the victory for Satoko? That's not fair. That's what I'm saying. Why am I invested in this apple rabbit war of sorts? Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Keiichi. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly.
じゃあね、レナにケイちゃん。また明日ね。
ミオ、今日はありがとな。楽しかったぜ。
また明日ね。
Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home.
ケイチくんも今日は付き合ってくれてありがとう。楽しかった？
ああ、楽しかった。まだ家に帰るのが惜しいくらいだぜ。
あ、じゃあさ、ちょっとだけ寄り道してもいいかな？
寄り道？遠いのか？
ちょっと歩くけどすぐ済むから。
Since we'd been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. Yeah, where is she taking us? Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. This is actually pretty sad. What? Like, there's just a landfill close enough to the town that we can walk there? Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Oh. Okay. Right.
今日は久しぶりだから何かあるかな？何かあるかな？
I see Rena likes the dump.
久しぶりって、レナの用は、ゴミの山かよ。
ゴミじゃないよ。
I'm gonna write down Rena likes garbage. Sorry, Rena.
レナにとっては宝の山だもん。
Rena had already entered that well-known, cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here?
わあ、新しい山だ。ワクワク、ワクワク。
She descended the unstable slope with ease. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl.
おい、待てよ。今行くから。あったたたた。
My city raised self was completely pitiful.
いいよ、ケイチ君はそこにいて。すぐ済むから。
Rena kindly declined my accompaniment.
転ぶなよ。足元に気をつけろよ。
大丈夫だよ、大丈夫。全然平気。
Literally bounding among the heaps of trash, Rena disappeared from sight. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Who is this? Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit. But something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case.
おっと、びっくりした。
Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line.
驚いたのはこっちですよ。
ごめんごめん。驚かすつもりはなかったんだ。君はHinamizawaの人かい？
I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Yeah, what? Who just comes to the dump? I'm automatically suspicious of whoever this is. Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without my prompting.
僕は富武。
Tomitake.
フリーのカメラマンさ。
Okay. This is weird, so I'm writing it down. Alright. He's on the list.
Hinamizawaにはたまに来るんだ。
From time to time. I didn't ask who you were.
写真ってのは被写体に断ってから撮るのが礼儀なんじゃないんすかね。
Exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. He's weird.
ごめんごめん。メインは野鳥の撮影でね。
Do I look like a bird man? Shouldn't you be aiming at the sky then?
断った試しがないんだよ。
They can't refute. I got my eyes on you, Tomitake. So what? You're saying I'm the same as the birds?
いやいや、夕闇に黄昏る少年があまりにも絵になっていたんでね。本人の許可を取らずにファインダーを覗いたことを謝るよ。
Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself.
ケイチ君、待たせてごめんね。もう終わりにするから。
Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand.
連れがいたのかい？お、彼女はあんなところで何をしているんだい？
That's what I wanted to know.
さあね、昔殺して埋めたバラバラ死体でも確認してるんじゃないですか？
Dismembered corpse. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others.
嫌な事件だったね。腕が一本まだ見つかってないんだろ？
Is this real, or is he messing with me back?
ケイチ君お待たせ。もっとこの
馬に蹴られる前に退散するかな。驚かせてすまなかったね、ケイイチ君。
Wait, is he serious? Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
ケイチくん、怒ってる？どうしてだろう？
It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. Why didn't Rena mention anything about Tomitake? Like, didn't acknowledge him at all. That was really odd.
どうだった？
Okay, wait. I'm gonna write down that whole thing about the corpse. The corpse is now on the list.
掘り出し物は見つかったか？
聞いてあのね、あったの、ケンタくん人形。
Colonel Sanders? Isn't that the KFC guy?
ケンタくん人形？ってあれか？ケンタくんフライドチキンの店の前に必ず置いてある。
Or is his name Sanders? Isn't he just like the Colonel or something? I don't know, I'm not a KFC stan.
あの等身大人形の？
Yeah, the fried chicken place.
ケンタくん。はあ、かわいい。お持ち帰りしたい。
I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to want it.
あれはゴミだろ。お持ち帰りしたきゃしてもいいんだぜ。
Yeah, you should just be able to take it home.
他の山の下敷きになってるの。簡単には掘り出せないし、あそこ明かりがないからすぐ暗くなっちゃうし。
Rena seemed quite down after finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back.
俺も手伝ってやるよ。今日のうまかった弁当の恩返しってことでさ。
ありがとう。
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
ケイチくんが手伝ってくれる。ケンタくんはお持ち帰りできる。はあ。
Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state.
なあ、レナ。あそこで昔、なんかあったのか？
ダムの工事をやってたんだってね。
They were building a dam.
詳しく知らないけど。
Dam?
例えばさ、工事中になんかあったとか、事故とか。
知らない。
Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lighted her expression.
実はね、去年までよそに住んでたの。
What? That was weird. A year ago?
レナも転校生だったのか？俺はてっきり。
だからね、それ以前のことはよく知らないの。
No memories?
ごめんね。
Oh, like she doesn't know much about Hinamizawa. Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitake said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. The title drop got me like, that was a pretty good one. Every time they mention the Higurashi, I just want to take a shot and see where I'm at the end. Ooh, was that the end of the chapter? Oh, we gotta go look at the tips. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna save and then we're gonna look at the tips from last time as well. Okay, here are the tips. We're just gonna look at all of them. It seems like there's 2 from last chapter, 2 from this one. And then after this episode, I'll be sure to do the tips after every single part so we can stay caught up. We're a mixed grade.
レナってさ、俺と同い年だったよな。
Oops.
うん、そうだよ。エトも同じだよね。
What? Hey now, it would be weird if we were the same age but not the same zodiac animal. Right.
そんなことないよ。誕生日の違いがあれば年齢が同じでも干支が違うこともありえるって。
I thought it was the birth year, but then again, I don't know.
あれ、あ、そうか。ミオン、頭いいじゃないか。
ところでケイチくんは何月生まれなのかな。レナは7月なんだよ。
I'm like, why would this be... So she doesn't know what happened before July last year? I don't know why this would be important, but... Rena smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty if her birthday's a wee bit sooner than mine, is she?
だが諦めろ。俺に誕生日で挑もうったって無駄なことだ。
Am I a January baby?
なんなら一月差ごとに100円の賭けをしてもいいぜ。
なんでだろう。なんでだろう。
Rena panicked at suddenly being challenged to a wager. Given how panicked she is, I'm certain she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just, sending her into a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun, I can't help myself.
ってことはケイちゃん、ひょっとして4月生まれ？
そういうこったな。
Oh,
残念だ
April.
な、レナ。俺、もうとっくにレナより年上なんだよ。
へえ、そうなんだ。じゃあみーちゃんと同い年なんだね。
まあほんの何ヶ月かはね。すぐにまた差を開いてあげるけどさ。
Mion snickered through her nose. Hey now, that's not something to get all high and mighty about. As if I'm one to talk. Heh.
そういえば、ミオンって上級生なんだよな。
Yeah, so wait, Keiichi is April, Rena, July. I don't think this is important, but it's cute, so I want to write it down. Is Mion also April?
下級生の方が燃えるってんなら今日から下級生ってことでもいいけど。
みーちゃん、よくわかんないこと言ってる。
Just by seeing Rena's blushing face, you could tell she knew exactly what she meant by it, though.
で、サトコとリカちゃんが下級生と。どころか、学校が違うくらいの下級生だよな。
ケイチくんは、ちょっと好みの年齢が低すぎると思うな。
Rena, I'm just asking a question. You're not making any sense yourself, Rena. I'll just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit.
はあ、やめて
ー。前から思ってたんだけどさ、なんでこの学校ってクラスが学年混在なんだ？
Is this the important part of the tip?
教室の数が足りないからだよ。仕方ないじゃん。
Aren't enough classrooms.
営林署の建物を間借りしてんだからさ。
This building's being rented? Okay. By forestry services? Why? I mean, I don't even know what a forestry service would do. Or even is. When she says it like that, it makes sense. I've thought our school was strange for a while now. The schoolyard is gravel, there are rooms that aren't for classes, and there's some strange sort of construction machinery parked here.
なんで借りてるんだよ。本当の学校はどうしちゃったんだよ。
戦前からずーっと建ってたらしいからね。老朽化でね。廃校ってわけよ。
It probably was a grand old schoolhouse.
まあそれで生徒は町の学校に通うことになったんだけどさ。遠いでしょ？
どこの学校だったの？
沖宮の駅前通りを抜けて病院に曲がって小児科の向かいに学校あるのわかる？
遠いよ。
I couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understood it was pretty far from Rena's reaction.
まあそんなわけでさ、沖宮の学校に通いたくない連中はこうして営林署の建物を間借りした仮校舎に通ってるってわけさ。
Guys didn't want to commute, so they rented out the building? Oh, from the forestry services.
ひなみ沢の子供の半分くらいかな。朝早くに自転車で通ってる子たちも結構いるよ。
So I should say rented out by. Half the children in Hinamizawa go here. There are quite a lot of kids that come here on bike. Only half?
こんなはちゃめちゃな学校に通ってたら進学校とかはちょっと無理だろうからね。
そんなことないよみーちゃん。ちゃんと頑張ればどこでだってお勉強はできるよ。
お、そうだぞそうだぞ。レナとは意見が一致したな。
そうだねそうだね。頑張ろう。
せいぜい頑張ってくださいな。おじさんはささやかに応援しとりますわ。
俺たちがじゃないぞ。ミオンがだぞ。お前受験生だろ。こんな成績じゃお先真っ暗だぞ。
いいもんいいもん。路頭に迷ったら永久就職してケイちゃんに食わせてもらうから。
永久就職ってなんだろうなんだろう。
ほらそこうるさいですよ。自習は静かに。
The teacher yelled at all three of us. Chie, the teacher. It was completely our fault. Satoko saw it and chortled haughtily. I stuck out my tongue at her in response. It is just as Mion says. This school has nothing to do with higher education. But it makes up for that by having lots of valuable things other schools don't. So it's not for higher education? They keep saying it, so I'm gonna write it down. And it's like mostly self-study, so I'm wondering like what the point even is. Okay. We don't have a uniform? Right. Everyone has their own. It's like we've all been abducted and placed here. It's only June, but it's already so hot. I could hear the Higurashi outside chirping, "Me, me." And at night, there are mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool.
暑いでございますわね。
Sadako was flapping her skirt languidly. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she still was a girl.
ケイチさんはワイシャツ一枚で涼しそうですわね。羨ましいですわ。
俺から見りゃスカートのサトコの方が涼しそうだよ。この時期のズボンの股ぐらがどれだけ蒸すか女のお前にはわかるまい。
蒸すんだ。はう。
This girl has gone imagining something indecent.
レナの夏服は涼しそうな色合いがいいよな。見てるこっちも涼しくなる。
ありがとう。本当に涼しいんだよ。私もレナさんみたいな涼しい夏服が良かったですわね。でも、さとこちゃんの夏服ワンピースですっごい可愛いし、レナはさとこちゃんの夏服着てみたいな。これ結構蒸しますわよ。絶対にレナさんの方が涼しいですわ。でも、可愛い服の方がきっと楽しいよ。はう。
I had a feeling that Rena and Satoko's base values were fundamentally different.
そういえば、この学校って指定の制服とかないんだよな。
ないよ。ふさわしい服であれば、私服でも大丈夫なんだよ。
There were quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and rather plain.
他の連中が着てる制服は何なんだよ。みんなお揃いだよな。
あれは町の学校の制服なんですのよ。別に決まってるわけじゃないですけど、みんな着てますわね。
The city has its own school uniform. Is that like normal in Japan? I've never
そこへ
heard
行く
of
と、俺らの仲間はみんないろいろな制服を着てるよな。わざわざどこかから取り寄せたのか？
ええ、ミオンさんが調達してくださいますの。
that. Mion made them.
みーちゃんの親類で古着商をやってる人がいて、全国の学校の服を格安で仕入れてるんだって。
got them from a relative.
で、その親類に頼んで、いろいろ個性的な制服を取り寄せてもらってるわけか。
That Mion, she probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. That must be a strange second-hand clothing store. I get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country? That's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about? So, like, do we trust that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to trust at this point. I don't know any of the characters well enough or anything, but yeah, okay. School uniform, Mion's relative? I don't know if I believe this.
それはレナも思うよ。他にも体操服とかスクール水着のお風呂とかも扱ってるの。そういうののお風呂はちょっと嫌だよね。
That is a good point.
あんまり儲かってなさそうな商売だな。きっと少しでも儲けさせるためにミオンが一肌脱いでやってるんだろうな。
でもいつもミオンさんが自信満々に言いますのよ。今にきっと大ブレイクしてすごい商売になるって。
A secondhand clothing store that stocks school uniforms will be a big hit? I don't get it. Yeah, so like I guess I would have liked to talk to Mion about that one. That seems strange. Okay, and then these are the two that we got from this chapter. The Maebara Manor.
ケイちゃんってさ、すごいお金持ちってわけでもないの？
なんだよ突然。俺がいつこう
月の小遣いはいくらもらってる
？1000円。
あら、結構小市民的ですのね。
Plebeian. Will you stop talking to me, you child?
お弁当のおかずも普通ですよ。お金持ちじゃないです。
Rika, you're innocent. You can talk to me if you want. What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much I get and then told that's a plebeian amount.
ごめんね、ごめんね。
Rena seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling.
ケイちゃんちってさ、すっごく大きいでしょ？だから建築中から南沢中で前原屋敷って呼ばれて注目の的だったんだよ。
Maebara Manor.
あんなに大きいお家だからどんなお金持ちなのかなってみんなで噂し合ってたの。
I see. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it is huge. I see how it could cause some misunderstandings.
私の推理ではお家を建てるのにお金をかけすぎて貧乏になってしまったと考えてますのよ。貧乏でかわいそうです。
Rika-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar.
諸君らの楽しい想像をぶち壊すようで悪いが、うちは金持ちでも貧乏でもないぞ。極めて平均的な普通の家庭だ。
あれだけ大きな家は普通とは言わないって。しかも玄関は立派で門は大型車も入れるようになってるし、絶対普通じゃないって。
They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it too. I mean, that is a huge house. There are a bunch of different workshops and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. Damn! Wait, what does his father do again? I forget. He planned it out so people in cars could come in to see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. He's like an art director? Or coordinator? Or, I mean, I guess he is the artist. He's all three. But then wait. I thought they moved to Hinamizawa for Keiichi's dad, didn't they? Like his job? By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is the one for the studio and is normally sealed off. The entranceway the Maebara family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside.
ぜひ今度ケイちゃんの家を探検してみたいよな。お金持ちじゃないと主張しながらもあの邸宅。
I'm writing down that Keiichi's family, for the most part, besides the dad, except the dad, I should say, use only a third of the house. I mean, I don't know if that's the important part of the tip. I guess the funny thing about these tips is I won't know until I know everything. It'll be interesting looking back, for sure.
一体何が隠されているのか。
かいいものが隠されてるといいな。は
Yeah, like, if I were Keiichi personally and, like, a third of the house was all I was allowed to use, I would definitely want to snoop.
きっと家具を買うお金もなくなってて殺風景な部屋がいっぱいなのですわ。絨毯のお部屋ならぜひゴロゴロしてみたいですよ。わあ、それいいね、それいいね。レナもゴロゴロしたい。
Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them all to my house. Dad is a sucker for the ladies, so he might even let them look around his studio. The cry of the Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. It's weird. I mean, it is weird. The damn site murder/dismemberment. Oh yeah, the newspaper. I was hoping we'd get to read this. From June 1979. Okay. Isn't, Wait, Rena said she moved here a year ago? I mean, I guess I don't know the date. This is before her birthday, though. But after Keiichi's? I don't know if that's important. Okay. The Shishibone City Okinomiya Police Station, late at night. Suspects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender, the 4X1, wait. 43454. I mean, it's not our group. I mean, right? Because who'd be the 3-lettered one? Or the 5, even? Has been added to wanted list nationwide. According to our sources, the 606, I guess I can't count. We're at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site workroom at 9 p.m. where they're suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer as a group. Oh. At 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. Overseer. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. What? Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. So, the main guy... okay. So, out of the 6, 1 confessed. And then, 4 were detained. But there's 1 main guy still at large. Alright, well, thank you so much. Hopefully I'm taking the right notes. But thanks for watching and hanging out. And I hope to see you all very soon with another episode of Higurashi. Bye-bye for now.